Have you ever considered that the very exercises you do every day to stay healthy, the familiar movements you trust, could actually be the reason your heart feels more and more exhausted with each passing hour? Have you ever noticed your heartbeat racing unusually fast after just a few light movements? Or found yourself feeling unsteady after a workout, thinking to yourself, maybe it's just age catching up? If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, those feelings aren't random, and they definitely shouldn't be ignored. In fact, some exercises that seem beneficial may be silently putting pressure on your cardiovascular system, draining your heart without warning. In this video, we'll explore 7 common exercises that older adults, especially those with heart conditions, should either avoid or modify. This isn't meant to scare you. It's an invitation to better understand your body and care for your heart in a gentle, thoughtful way. Remember, this sweating doesn't always mean you're getting healthier. More movement isn't always better for the heart. What truly matters is moving the right way at the right time, at a pace that respects the heart that's carried you through decades of life. A familiar image. Picture a quiet morning in your cozy kitchen. You roll your shoulders, bend down to touch your toes, and rotate your torso a few times. Suddenly you feel lightheaded. Your heart beats faster. You sit down, take a sip of water, and tell yourself, maybe I didn't sleep well last night. But what you don't realize is your heart is trying to send you a message, a silent plea. Please be a little gentler with me. What do heart doctors say? According to the American Heart Association, after age 60, the heart is no longer as flexible as it once was. The arteries become stiffer, and the heart's pumping capacity gradually declines. Doing the wrong types of exercises can lead to more than just fatigue. It can raise the risk of high blood pressure, arrhythmia, and even heart failure. So what should we do? The key isn't to stop exercising. The key is to choose smart, heart-appropriate movements that match your physical condition and your heart's age. In this video, each section will help you identify a specific exercise that may pose risks to your heart. Understand the scientific reasons why it could be harmful. Discover gentle, effective alternatives recommended by experts. Learn small but powerful adjustments to stay active without becoming dependent. This is not your typical workout video. This is a journey of listening to your body, a chance to recognize that effort doesn't always equal results. And sometimes it's awareness, kindness to yourself that helps you live longer and stay stronger. Stay with me until the end of the video. In the final part, I'll share with you a very important secret about one type of exercise that seems completely harmless. Many people do it daily without thinking, but it's silently damaging the heart. We save this for last because it's the most overlooked and most common, and you might be doing it right now without realizing it. In the next part, we'll begin with the first exercise seniors should avoid: a trendy movement that seems modern and helpful, but may be silently straining your heart each time you do it. 1. HIIT, a fitness trend or a hidden danger for the aging heart. Have you heard of HIIT before? It stands for high-intensity interval training workouts that mix short bursts of intense movement, like sprinting, jumping, or rapid push-ups with brief rest periods. Many younger people love HIIT because it delivers fast results in a short time. But what works at age 30 isn't always safe at age 60. When the heart isn't what it used to be, the aging heart isn't as flexible as it once was. According to cardiologists, after age 60, blood vessels begin to lose elasticity. The heart has to work harder to pump blood, especially when subjected to sudden physical strain. When you engage in a HIIT workout, your heart is forced to beat rapidly, forcefully, and abruptly within just a few seconds. This extreme fluctuation can cause a sudden spike in blood pressure and trigger irregular heartbeats, dizziness, shortness of breath, or even chest pain. If you have a history of high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, or arrhythmia, HIIT isn't just tiring, it could be dangerous. Many doctors have reported seeing older patients hospitalized after participating in HIIT sessions at the gym. They thought they were just trying to get stronger, but their hearts couldn't handle the intensity anymore. What feels like aging might actually be a warning. Some people feel just a little lightheaded after a HIIT workout, maybe a bit tired, or notice their heart beating faster. They assume it's normal, but in reality the heart may be silently under stress. Experts call this silent cardiovascular strain when the heart is under intense pressure without showing obvious symptoms right away. It's like an old wooden bridge. It might hold up under a few gentle steps, but repeated stomping can cause it to crack unexpectedly. Why do seniors still choose HIIT? Because HIIT feels powerful, like you're fighting back against time. Many seniors want to maintain a fit physique, stay active, and feel youthful, and that's completely valid. But the issue lies in this: the way we exercise must evolve to match the age of our hearts, not just the number of candles on our birthday cake. HIIT isn't the bad guy, but it's no longer the best companion for a heart that's getting older. So what can you do to stay healthy without risking your heart? You don't have to stop exercising, but it's time to adjust how you move. Safer options for older adults include gentle daily walking, slow-paced swimming, practicing Tai Chi or restorative yoga, indoor cycling at a steady pace. These forms of exercise help improve circulation, support breathing, and reduce stress without overloading your heart. You can also use a heart rate monitor during your workouts to manage your exertion level. If your heart rate climbs too high, pause and rest. Remember, in your senior years, true success is safety, not exhaustion. Exercise to live well, not to wear yourself out. Fitness is a long journey. There's no need to sprint. What you need isn't speed, but consistency. A healthy heart isn't one that struggles every day. It's a heart that is loved, listened to, and cared for in the way it truly deserves, especially after beating more than 2 billion times in your lifetime. In the next section, we'll look at a group of exercises that seem harmless, but silently create intense pressure on your chest and abdomen, directly affecting your heart. We're talking about heavy weightlifting and abdominal crunches and why seniors should be cautious with them. 2. Heavy lifting and crunches, silent pressure that threatens your aging heart. Do you remember the feeling of lifting something heavy in your younger years? Tense muscles, short breaths, and that rush of strength like a warrior. Many people continue this habit into their 60s or 70s, believing that weight training will help fight aging. But here's something few people realize: muscle strength is not the same as heart endurance. What happens inside your body when you lift heavy weights? Imagine lying on a bench, pressing a barbell above your chest, or pushing yourself into a strong crunch to burn belly fat. In those moments, you naturally hold your breath, clench your core, and tighten your chest. But in doing so, the pressure inside your chest and abdominal cavity spikes, and your heart, caught in the middle, must push blood with greater force than usual. This is known as increased intra-abdominal and thoracic pressure, and it can lead to sudden spikes in blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, shortness of breath, dizziness, even fainting if blood pressure drops quickly after releasing the weight. What heart clinics are seeing? Many cardiologists have reported seeing patients come in with chest pain and arrhythmias after just one simple weightlifting session. These people didn't have known heart disease, but the intense strain of lifting in old age exceeded their heart's capacity. One 68-year-old man shared, "I just wanted to maintain my muscles, so I lifted 10 kilos weights every morning. But after feeling dizzy one day, I went for a checkup, and the doctor told me my heart was overwhelmed." It wasn't that he did something wrong. It's just that he didn't know how to adjust his routine. 3. Sit-ups. Small but dangerous. Sit-ups are a very common exercise. Many seniors believe that doing a few gentle sit-ups won't cause any harm. But if performed with incorrect posture or done too quickly, you may unintentionally create excessive pressure on the diaphragm, compressing the heart area and causing your heart rate to spike abnormally. When doing sit-ups, if you hold your breath, keep your chest tight, and strain your abdomen, your entire circulatory system is placed under stress without you even realizing it. Especially for those with a history of atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, or diabetes, even one wrong move can lead to dangerous complications. A smarter alternative: train wisely, not forcefully. You don't have to quit exercising completely, but you do need a smarter strategy. Try these instead. Instead of lifting heavy weights, use resistance bands. They're gentler, easier to control, and reduce internal pressure. Strengthen your core by gently extending and bending your legs while lying down, instead of doing sit-ups. Breathe evenly during exercises. Don't hold your breath. Let your breathing flow with each movement. Move slowly and with control. Not only is this safer, but it also improves effectiveness. You should also work with a trainer who understands how to design workouts for people with cardiovascular conditions. They can guide you through safe modifications and help you build health in a scientific, risk-free way. You have nothing to prove after age 60. You don't need to prove your strength to anyone. What matters most is that your heart is still beating steadily every morning when you wake up. You can go out to the garden, take a peaceful walk, cook a warm meal, and chat with your loved ones without being interrupted by sudden chest pain. In the next section, we'll look at a factor most people overlook: the temperature around you when you exercise. You might not realize it, but the weather, whether hot or cold, can tire your heart out even more than the exercise itself. 4. Extreme weather, the silent enemy of the heart during exercise. Have you ever stepped outside on a freezing winter morning, and just after a few steps you felt your heart pounding harder, your breath shortening and becoming heavy? Or during a hot, humid summer afternoon, you tried to take a few laps around the park, but suddenly felt weak, dizzy, and drenched in sweat? If you've ever experienced this, it's not just getting tired from the weather, it's your cardiovascular system sending a silent warning. Why does the weather affect your heart? As we age, our bodies gradually lose the ability to regulate temperature effectively. In cold weather, blood vessels constrict to retain heat. This raises blood pressure, and your heart must work harder to pump blood through narrowed vessels. In hot weather, blood vessels dilate and the heart rate increases to push blood to the skin for cooling. But this can cause dehydration, low blood pressure, and arrhythmias. And these changes happen quickly, forcing the heart to constantly adapt. For an aging heart, that kind of pressure can be too much. Common risks of exercising in extreme weather: chest tightness or shortness of breath in cold air, dizziness, fainting, or fatigue when exercising in the heat, irregular heartbeat due to sudden temperature changes, higher risk of stroke in people with high blood pressure or heart disease. A 73-year-old woman once shared that she walked just 10 minutes in the park on a summer afternoon. Suddenly she felt dizzy and had to sit down on a bench. At the hospital, doctors said she had low blood pressure and an electrolyte imbalance from dehydration. She had no idea the weather could have such a serious effect. A common mistake: thinking, "It's just a light walk, I'll be fine." Many older adults assume that a short walk outdoors won't hurt, but in reality, just a few minutes in extreme heat or cold can put dangerous stress on the heart, especially if you're underdressed or haven't hydrated properly. Remember, low-intensity exercise does not cancel out a harsh environment. Your heart still works hard to keep your body balanced, even if you're only walking slowly. So what can you do to protect your heart? Exercise indoors when the weather's too hot or cold. If it's freezing or blazing hot outside, choose a cool, temperature-controlled indoor space. Always warm up indoors before going outside. Don't step outside while your body is still cold. Spend 5 to 10 minutes warming up inside to help your body adjust gradually. Stay hydrated before, during, and after your workout. Older adults lose fluids faster but don't feel as thirsty as younger people. So drink water regularly even if you're not thirsty. Wear weather-appropriate clothing. In cold weather, dress in warm layered clothes, cover your neck and head. In hot weather, wear light-colored, breathable, loose-fitting clothes. Avoid extreme hours of the day. In summer, avoid exercising from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In winter, avoid working out when temperatures are very low, especially early mornings. Listen to your body first, your goals second. You don't have to stop being active, but prioritize safety over performance. There's no benefit in pushing through 10 more minutes under scorching sun if it sends you to the hospital. A healthy heart doesn't need you to sweat at noon or walk through biting wind. It just needs you to be kind and wise with it. 5. Jumping fast movements and sudden twists. A storm inside the aging body. Do you remember the last time you jumped off the ground? Maybe it was while playing with your grandchild or joining a senior aerobics class. Gentle jumps, quick sidesteps, or sudden spins may feel fun and youthful, but for an aging body they can be a silent storm, from quick reflexes to loss of control. When you were younger, fast movements were smoothly coordinated between your heart, brain, nervous system, and muscles. But after 60, your nervous system slows down, balance decreases, and blood vessels lose their elasticity. Imagine you're stepping left and suddenly twisting to the right. Your body must adjust its posture, your heart must pump faster to send blood to the brain, and your blood pressure must shift to compensate for the sudden movement. In those few seconds, your cardiovascular system feels like it's been tossed into a blender. What can happen? Dizziness or lightheadedness from sudden drops in blood pressure. Abnormally fast heartbeat due to overstimulation of the sympathetic nervous system, increased risk of falling due to poor balance, shortness of breath or exhaustion after exercise because your body can't recover fast enough. You may think I'm just exercising to get stronger, but many doctors have seen seniors admitted to the hospital after fast-paced workouts simply because their hearts and brains can no longer process rapid movements effectively. The heart and brain age together. Here's something important. Balanced blood pressure and heart rate are all regulated by the central nervous system. When you move suddenly, your brain needs time to process, send signals to the muscles and blood vessels, adjust posture, and stabilize your blood flow to prevent a fall. If you have underlying conditions like high blood pressure diabetes or a history of reduced blood flow to the brain, even small movements can cause a collapse in just seconds. A common misbelief. Fast means youthful seniors are often encouraged to stay active to stay young. But that doesn't mean you have to move at the pace of younger people. You don't need to step faster, twist harder, or jump higher. What you really need is steady control, intentional pace, and graceful movement. The true strength in aging isn't about speed, it's about stability. It's about slowing down without losing your balance. Gentle but effective alternatives. Tai Chi, slow-flowing movements that improve balance and blood circulation without shocking the heart. Restorative yoga focuses on breath and controlled movement. Seated or standing stretches improve flexibility while staying safe. Slow mindful walking helps maintain heart rate stability. You can even add soothing music and choose exercise programs designed specifically for older adults. There's no need to rush, no need to compare. Move to your own rhythm. A 74-year-old man once said, "I used to push myself in group classes with younger folks, but after one dizzy fall, I realized I needed a different pace, my own pace." The same goes for you. You don't need to keep up with anyone. You just need to keep your heart safe every day. 6. High-intensity sports. Hidden pressure from familiar games like basketball, soccer, singles, tennis. These sports are full of excitement and require fast reflexes and quick direction changes. But for older adults, the fast pace and intense physical demand can bring serious risks. Fast movements cause the heart to race and can lead to dangerous blood pressure swings. Constant direction changes strain the vestibular system, leading to dizziness or falls. If you've had heart problems, high blood pressure, or chest pain during exertion, these sports should be replaced with gentler alternatives. Try instead golf, casual, badminton, doubles, tennis. These allow you to stay active but at a slower pace with less collision and strain. Most importantly, exercise for joy, not for competition. 7. Skipping warm-up and cool-down. A small habit. A big risk, warm-up and cool-down are often the most overlooked parts of a workout, but for seniors they're essential for cardiovascular safety. Warming up helps blood vessels expand gradually and allows heart rate to rise slowly, preventing shock when the main exercise starts. Cooling down helps heart rate and blood pressure return to normal, preventing drops that can lead to dizziness or fainting. Take at least 5 to 10 minutes to warm up with gentle joint rolls, marching in place, and arm stretches. And after your workout, don't just stop abruptly, take a slow walk and do some gentle stretches to help your heart transition smoothly. In the final part, we'll talk about something that seems harmless, but quietly affects your sleep and heart health. Exercising too late at night. It's a common mistake that many people overlook, and it might be the reason your heart feels tired every morning. 8. Exercising too late when a healthy habit quietly harms your heart and sleep. Many seniors often choose the evening as the perfect time to exercise. By then, the day's tasks are done. The house is quiet and time seems to slow down. A short walk around the yard or some light stretching before bed may seem harmless, maybe even healthy. But if you exercise too close to bedtime, your heart may not have time to relax. When your heart needs rest, you might be stimulating it instead. After age 60, your body becomes more sensitive to changes in your biological rhythm. The body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm, matters more than ever, and your heart too needs to gradually slow down before you fall into deep sleep. But when you exercise in the evening, especially after 7 p.m., you unintentionally activate the sympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for the fight or flight response. This raises your heart rate, increases blood pressure, elevates body temperature, and spikes adrenaline, all of which interfere with restful sleep. One night of poor sleep, one day of heart fatigue. You may have felt this before after an intense evening workout. Your body is tired, but your mind won't settle. You struggle to fall asleep. Then in the morning, your heart beats faster, you feel anxious or uneasy, and fatigue lingers throughout the day. That's because when you don't get deep sleep, your heart doesn't get a chance to recover. Blood pressure remains elevated, and your body doesn't produce enough restorative hormones. Modern cardiac studies show that chronic insomnia or poor sleep quality is directly linked to a higher risk of hypertension, arrhythmia, and atherosclerosis. A common mistake: light exercises at night can't hurt. Many people believe that a little stretching or light walking at night won't do any harm. But if you do this less than an hour before bed, even gentle movements can delay your natural sleep cycle. Older adults often sleep more lightly and struggle to fall back asleep once woken. This makes even minor stimulation a threat to your heart's overnight recovery cycle. Smarter ways to time your workouts. Exercise in the morning or early afternoon. This is when your body is most active, your cardiovascular system is more stable, and daylight helps regulate your internal clock. If you can only exercise in the evening, finish by 6 p.m. This gives your body at least 2 or 3 hours to unwind before bedtime. Instead of exercise, try light stretching combined with deep breathing. This supports flexibility and helps you fall asleep more easily without overstimulating your body. Let the night be a time to recover, not to compete with yourself. You don't need to force yourself to get in 30 minutes of exercise a day at any cost. Sometimes a full night of deep sleep is more valuable than a mistimed workout. After 60 or 70 years of beating nonstop, your heart deserves peace each night to restore, to heal, to continue supporting you in the days ahead. One final secret. There's one habit that seems harmless, one that people do every day, perhaps all their lives, that's silently damaging the heart. We saved this for the end of the video because it isn't one specific exercise. It's the complete lack of movement. Sitting too long, not walking, not moving after meals, not stretching in the morning. Inactivity is the most dangerous, most silent, and most common exercise in today's world, especially for older adults. Listen to your heart, not your workout schedule. Dear friend, after everything we've shared, remember this. The best thing you can do for your heart isn't to exercise more. It's to exercise right, at the right time, with the right intensity, with a deep understanding of what your body truly needs. Let movement be a joy, not a burden. Let your heart be cared for, not just with medicine, but with every slow step, every deep breath, and every restful night's sleep. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below, hit subscribe, and share it with your loved ones, especially those enjoying their retirement years. At Senior Health Table, we believe you're never too old to start living wisely. Let your heart keep going, not fast but steady.